Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. You probably know this, but you are in the right place at the right time, and your soul is welcome here. We have William with us today, Larry and Lori. We're going to sing about how our souls are welcome here.
I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. Our souls are welcome here. We're just all welcome. Good morning, Patty. It's good to be up on the platform with you.
It's wonderful to be on the platform with you, Reverend Deborah. We greet you in the name of all that is good, and all that is sacred, and all that is holy. And in the warm and loving energy of our spiritual community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people, worshiping in temples, mosques, churches, stone temples, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no space that God does not grace. If this is your first time joining us, either online or in person, we especially welcome you because we know that no one is here by accident. We are all here by divine appointment. And we really appreciate it when you silence all electronic devices. And please, no flash photography during the service.
So let's now take a moment to go within and let the outside world drop away for the next 75 minutes or so, that we can center ourselves and get the most out of all of the vibrations that we share with each other this morning, knowing that as we raise our consciousness, the consciousness of the world raises as well, a little bit at a time, and that we are so privileged to be able to come together and to share and to grow and to be part of a wonderful, wonderful journey into light and love and peace and joy, because we know that we are not here by accident. We are each following our path because the universe does has a plan. And I say thank you, God, for all of the gifts that we have and that our blessing of being together today. And so it is. Amen. We have a very important mission here at Spiritual Life Center, and of course we say this together each week: to transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world as we love, serve, and remember. And we carry out that mission through practice of the 5 unity principles. And as we say these together each week, it helps us embody them. And when we have embodied these principles, that means we take them out into the world and we share them with others as well. So let's say these together. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
And this week for our Wow Wednesday, it's actually a special service, one of our very special services that we have throughout the year. It's our Thanksgiving communion service. It will be with Reverend James Trapp, Reverend Deborah Phillips. The SLC chaplains will be here as part of that, and Ann Roach and Paula Mandella. And it's, it's a metaphysical, our way of doing the communion. It's just a wonderful service that you really don't want to miss. So I hope to see you. The service begins at 7, and soup, as usual, is at 6. So we hope to see you Wednesday for that, this Wednesday, November 20th.
And other upcoming events are the SLC Youth Education Jewelry Sale, which of course goes to help fund the YOUers going to their different rallies and things. And they are accepting, Christian Day is always accepting donations of jewelry, so if you still have some, bring it in. But Sunday, December 1st and Sunday, December 8th are the 2 days of the sale. Now, Sunday, that would be the last day of November, which is the 30th, I'm sorry.
The 7th of December.
The 7th of December. Okay, we'll get there. Women of Spirit is on Saturday, December 7th, and the sale will be open that day as well. So December 1st, December 7th, and December 8th. Yes. I got it. That's what happens trying to make it up here. And then on December 11th, we have the Advent Garden Spiral that we do every year, the earth-based candle lighting ritual, which is a very special program that is very dear to Paula's heart. And Paula Mandella and Catherine Mandella will be doing the music. And it's just a wonderful time. There will be soup at 6, and then the Advent Spiral ceremony is at 7 o'clock. So we hope to see you there for those.
Oh. And This coming Friday on November 22nd at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Zoom for Traces of the Trade. There was an in-person event in the month of September, and it was very well attended and very well received, and so that's why we're doing the Zoom event. And it's facilitated by Dean and Constant Perry, a husband and wife team. I hear that it's absolutely outstanding. The Zoom link is on our website, so just go to our website. You don't have to sign up, and that's this coming Friday at 6 p.m.
And we have new member info sessions this afternoon at 1 o'clock. If you are new to SLC, or if you've been around for a while and want to know more about SLC, or if you've been around for 20 years and want to know more about SLC, you can come to this new member info session. Sally Sion will be facilitating today, and you can join it in person, or you can join it by Zoom, and you don't have to make a reservation. So if you want to do it by Zoom, just go into our website and click on the Zoom link, and ta-da, there you are.
And here comes Sally Sion with a community update, and I'll let her tell you the committee is CAT. It's a CAT committee.
I'm here for the CAT committee today. Okay, which is the Community Action Team. We're a group of people that have contacts with nonprofit agencies around the Sacramento area, and we partner with those agencies once in a while to do a project, like a one-time project that SLC participates in. This is one of the favorite ones we've ever done, so we're doing it again. This was backed by popular demand, okay. And I don't think I'm bragging to acknowledge that here at SLC we're willing to share our love and joy with others in the community. So we've arranged this for this Christmas season to partner with Windspring Family Resources Agency. They do lots of things with children that are wards of the dependent children under the Family Services Court, and they have a number of children that are in foster care under their supervision. Now, I cannot tell you, and don't even want to think about sharing with you that some of the trauma that some of these kids have been subjected to. It would ruin your day, okay? So you don't want that. But giving one of these children a gift is not going to heal that trauma, okay? It's a long-term process. But this gift will be something from their own wish list, so they will have had input into what the gift is by telling us what it is that they wanted. And it's just a small token to help show to them that in spite of all of the chaos that they have experienced in their life already, that they are a loved being. So that's the little gem that you can participate in giving to their child. If you want to participate, you pick up a specific name and wish from our table in the courtyard. We'll have about, I think, 30 left, maybe 35. So get yours today, because I don't think that they're going to last very long, okay? And just know that if you buy a gift for one of these young people and bring it, it's going to fill your heart far more than it may even fill the heart of the receiver of the gift. So blessings to you and to SLC for being willing to be involved in this kind of loving event. Thank you.
And of course, this is our last week of Faith in Action, which means next week is Gratitude Sunday, which means pie. And so bring your favorite sliced pie. Reverend James's favorite is apple. Mine is pumpkin. And yours is?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Of course, you're not limited to just those. But, you know, it's always such a fun time. But just please pre-slice it, because there's a lot of slicing that goes on. So bring that, and we'll provide everything else. And so we'll see you on Gratitude Sunday.
And remember, there's many activities that foster transformation in our lives. You can check out our weekly offerings. Everything we have is online. We do offer a lot, so go to our website, or if you're in person, go peruse the bulletin board and then come to the hub to sign up for an event or get more information about things that we are offering.
And of course, you know, we come together for many, many reasons, and one of those reasons is simply just to connect spiritually, socially, and so let's take the opportunity right now to stand and greet each other in the way that feels most comfortable.
All right, let's sing our Faith in Action song one more time for this season.
wonder reminds me to release. I am that I am. As the sweet relenting emptiness fills me to the brim, I am that I am. As the ultimate ending from which we all begin, I am that I am. I am. I am. I am. I
And of course, during Faith in Action each week, we have an artist who shares their heart and their skill with us to give us some sort of a visual of what they get out of reading the chapter that they had for that week. And this week is the last chapter. It is called Liberated by Love, and Carolyn Cochran has brought her special offering today. And she says, as I reviewed this final chapter in Matt Kahn's book, it seemed to me he was talking about love in layers with oneself in the center. Some of the concepts in this chapter that I interpreted as layers of love are: you are the love that liberates, the love that sets you free. You are the love cultivated within your own heart. You are one love with Source, unconditional love. You are gratitude, a selfless form of love. You are love, not a character waiting to be loved. And we are here to be love that we are. The mixed media gourd sculpture titled Layers of Love shows the you in the center of the multiple layers of love as they surround and radiate out from each of us. The message in this chapter is just what we need today. The world needs each of us to radiate love now more than ever before. Thank you, Carolyn.
Now, I invite us all to speak together our vision statement.
I haven't had yet.
Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. And now in preparation for meditation, let's sing this beautiful chant. All is as it should be.
And should be. I mirror you, you mirror me, and all the pain and struggling, only lessons in how to be free. Conscious living helps us to see. My experience is up to me. All is as it should be. I mirror you, you mirror me, and all the pain and struggling, only lessons in how to be free. Conscious living helps us to see. My experience is up to me.
All is as it should be. Breathe those words in and out. If you choose, get comfortable, close your eyes, and rest into meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. All is. Not all was, not all will be. All is. According to the theory of relativity, time does not flow in an absolute way, but depends on the frame of reference of the observer. Past, present, and future all coexist in space-time and are interconnected. There is no clear distinction between them. Breathe in, breathe out. Be still. All simply is. Time is an illusion, as is separation. I mirror you. You mirror me. All is as it should be. Breathing in, aware of the in-breath. Breathing out, aware of the out-breath. In and out. Consciously slowing the breath with each cycle. In and out. You may be aware that most everything a Native American does is in a circle. That is because the power of the world always works in circles. The earth is round, birds make their nests in circles. Even the seasons form a great circle, ever-changing, but always coming back to where they were. The life of a person is a circle, from childhood to childhood, and so it is in everything where power moves. Breathing in, aware of the in-breath. Breathing out, aware of the out-breath. East, south, west, north. Childhood, adolescence, adulthood, elderhood, and then back to childhood. The circle. Your breath is a circle. Breathe in and breathe out. All is as it should be in the silence. Gently return your awareness to the present. Perhaps allow small movements to return to your body, such as rolling your shoulders or maybe softly blinking your eyes. Stretch if you wish. Feel yourself re-entering your body in its own time when it's ready. Open your eyes. When you get a chance to look at others today and see each person, remember the phrase, I mirror you, you mirror me. For the life of a person is a circle, from childhood to childhood. And so it is in everything where power moves. Aho and Amen.
Take all your wasted honor, every little past frustration. Take all your so-called problems, better put them in quotations. Say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head, living out the same old moments, knowing you'd be better off instead. You could only say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Have no fear of giving in, have no fear of giving over. You better know that in the end, it's better to say too much than to never say what you need to say. Even if your hands are shaking and your faith is broken, with a heart wide open. Ooh, say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to. Say what you need to. Say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to say.
Gotta say it. Gotta say it. Thank you so much. Well, as I've probably mentioned 3 times so far, this is our 7th week of Faith in Action. And I want to thank everyone who's participated this year, the home hosts and facilitators. Obviously, we wouldn't have Faith in Action without you, whether you've home hosted and facilitated or if you've split it up. I really, really appreciate all of you who do that. The staff members who helped with the signups and creation of the materials. I do have to say that all of the typos in the workbook this year are fully mine. I was a little bit late getting it done, and I really didn't get it proofed properly, so please forgive that. But, you know, the people that helped put all that together, I want to thank Paula, who has, there she is back there, for bringing back I Am That I Am. And I know some of you know the story, but I'm going to repeat it, is that in 2020, when we were in lockdown, we still did Faith in Action on Zoom, but Paula wrote this song for The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth, and they did a video. They went out and they did a video, and they won awards for that video. Paula won an award for the song. And this year she looked at this and she said, this is a perfect song for this book because we're working with the universe again. And so she brought it so that we could experience it in person. And I really appreciate that she did that because I think it's one of her best ever. So, yeah. And then, of course, all of the artists. We had, we had 10 chapters, so I think we had 10 artists. 9 artists and 1 poet. And just thank you so much, because all of that work, then that love that you put into your work and then come up and show it, really appreciate it. And some people did it for the very first time, and that was very, very special. So thank you to everybody. And then thank for all of you for going to your groups and just making this such a wonderful, wonderful experience this year. I've been doing this, I think, for 6 years now, and I think this is the best Faith in Action I've ever experienced. So thank you. So this week we're talking about how we can be liberated by love. And of course, that just sounds so simple. Just love and all will be well. And it isn't that easy. And also, at least not immediately, it's not. And that's why I find this book just so helpful. Each chapter is really a step in letting go and releasing our stuff so that we can enter into the energy of liberating love. So I'm going to just kind of do a recap of what we've all looked at so far. So first, we had You've Done Nothing Wrong. And this step asked us to look at ourselves differently, to understand that we are always doing the very best we can under the current circumstances. You know, I had people who were reading the book ahead of time, and somebody came up to me and she says, I can't get there, that I've done nothing wrong. And I said, well, you were probably doing the best under the circumstances. Yeah, but I yelled at my mom, and I said, yeah, and think about that. Think about it for a minute. In that moment, could you have done anything else? And she said, oh, no, I probably couldn't have. So it gave her, okay, I see what you're saying. You know, it's like, it doesn't mean that you continue to do that, but in that moment, you were doing the best you could, so you've done nothing wrong. And I also, remind everybody that we are talking about our internal personal process. We're not talking about the outside world. We're not bad. We're just human. Next was, anyone who blames you isn't happy. And here is where we realize that blame is a sign of inner unhappiness. And the blame is about the blamer, not the blamee. And then remember, if you are the blamer and the blamee, meaning you're blaming yourself, remember that you are unhappy and you still have done nothing wrong. You're just unhappy. I did something yesterday that nobody else even noticed, and I went, I shouldn't have done that. And I had to work through this. You've done nothing wrong, because I really didn't. The next chapter was hardships can be fast-tracked through thankfulness. Hardship is not punishment. Challenges are part of living in a material world. And so learning to take a step back and view a situation from a different perspective can help us see the possible good and say, thank you. And then, of course, if we can say thank you, then we feel better, which takes us to feeling better helps everyone heal. Kant says, this is a quote, whoever is having the more intense sensation or is more committed to the experience is the one who is going to win the energetic game. He's not really talking about a competition, but think about when you're there and you've got two people having different energies, the one who's most committed, that's the energy that's probably going to carry the day. So the better we feel, the more we help those that we encounter, and the more that we can help create positive energy. Well-being is a signal that you are ready to embody your potential. When you feel good, if you nurture your own well-being, you're open and ready to accept the gifts that the universe has to offer. Then the next chapter was the universe always has a plan. Opening to your potential brings you into alignment with your soul. And then you recognize that your life is unfolding just as it should. Everything changes, but it can only change you for the better. All the changes in our lives really do only make us better, and every experience adds to our awareness. And we may not necessarily like that. And guess what? It's okay to dislike. We need contrast in our lives so that we can discern what is in our own best interest. And we were talking about this in my group last week, and this seemed kind of like a duh later, but it's like, oh, what he's really talking about is having boundaries. The only way I can discern what is really good for me is by saying, I like this, I don't like this. Projecting anger drains your energy. It's okay to dislike, and it's okay to be angry, but staying in anger and projecting that out into the world drains us, and it keeps us in service to our ego instead of to our soul. So those are all the steps that show us how to release our baggage so that we can align with our soul and allow our ego to take its proper place in the back seat. And I always say this, one of the best things I've ever heard from this platform was many years ago, Reverend Janae was doing a Wednesday night program, I think. And I don't remember what she was talking about, except she was talking about the ego and how we need to have ego. That's how we get around in the world, because that's that's me. But she said the difference is where is your ego? Is it in the front seat driving, or is it in the back seat where it belongs? I always have to drag that out a couple of times a year. So it's where is your ego? So all of this clearing process that he talks about is necessary for us to move into love. And how do we do this? Well, let's talk about love for a minute. In New Thought, we talk a lot about unconditional love, and we capitalize it, a big U and a big L. And many people think that to be spiritual, you must love everyone unconditionally. I'm going to be spiritual, I'm going to love everybody unconditionally, I'm not going to let anything bother me. That lasts, 5 minutes? Get out in traffic. And they'll say, I hear this a lot of times, I know I should love that person, but they're driving me nuts. There's that word again, should. Should. And I'm going to say, nope, that isn't it at all. That isn't even possible. And I've thought all of the chapters in this book were really good, but I also thought that you've done nothing wrong, and it's okay to dislike were probably the two most important ones. Because when you give yourself permission to be who you are, that's when you can start to love. Being yourself means that you can stop all the shoulds and follow the path the universe is leading you down. See, but the deal is we have to love ourselves first. Love is your liberator, not other people, not other things, not other occupations. Not anything outside of you will liberate you. You know, a few days ago, I was in the car and a song on the radio came on, and it was something about give yourself to God and God will save you. It was very big on the getting saved part. And I remember thinking, how does that really work? And say, okay, so when you turn within, when you open to the divine, when you are connecting, your perspective changes. And then you see life more clearly, and thus you save yourself. You save yourself when you align with your soul. Kant says that love begins with honesty. And he's talking about being honest about your feelings, about acknowledging them. Now, this might be the most difficult step for many, or most of us actually, because we live in a culture that encourages us to stuff our feelings, which means we don't acknowledge when we are in pain. Is there anybody in the room who's never stuffed their feelings? See, I knew it. We're taught that pain is bad. You know, I was in a store the other day, and I was walking by the display of the over-counter pain relief medications. And I swear every single one of them is now extra strength or double strength or highly improved. I don't know if you can just go buy a simple aspirin anymore because, oh my heavens, we cannot be in pain. Everywhere we look, we're told that any kind of pain is bad. And then most of us, or many of us, we're taught just to simply suck it up and move on, whether it's physical pain or mental, emotional, spiritual pain. And that stuffing it is what causes us to look for solutions and for happiness outside ourselves. We don't know how we feel, so we can't do anything about the way we feel. And we end up blaming and projecting anger. And when we don't or can't process and we can't clear the feelings, so we keep them and we focus on them rather than focusing on love. Now, there's a caveat here. There are times when we are upset and really don't know how we feel. Like I have this conversation often with people who have had, a death in the family, and they'll say, well, how you're going. And so often they'll say, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. There's that word again, supposed. And I always tell them, there is no supposed here. You're going to feel the way you feel. It's confusing. Just let yourself be, whatever. And of course, they're almost always getting all of the other people who are telling them how to do their grieving. We are one of the most judgmental people when it comes to grieving. You should be grieving this way. You should be doing it this way. Like, no. And it's okay to be confused. Wherever you're going through something that is confusing and you can't see where you're going, you probably don't know how you feel. And that is okay because you're letting yourself feel. But we often get caught up in the ego's task of trying to shift to another feeling so it feels better rather than simply dealing what is here right now. We don't like being uncomfortable. At least I'm pretty sure most of us don't. Acknowledging that we feel angry or hurt or abandon actually loosens the tension in our bodies and in our minds, and our soul can open to love more easily. I must be living right because yesterday I worked on this talk for a while, and then I kind of just went, okay, there's nothing else here, and I need a few more 1,000 words. And so I got in the car, and I came over here. They were having a celebration of life, and I hung out for a while. I got back in the car, and Cap Radio was on, and there was a discussion and it was probably young people, about feelings. I mean, it was like, okay, fine, thank you very much. And one of the people in the discussion said that there is a Buddhist tradition, and he wasn't clear exactly which one, and I didn't research it either, But the teaching is that you treat each and every emotion as a guest. And that's almost exactly what Chant is saying, but I love this guest idea. You know, each emotion that goes through my mind and body is a guest. I am a polite person, so I will welcome the guest, I will greet them, and I will ask them what they need. Of course, just the other cool thing about this is that in the conversation is that we don't just have one emotion at a time. And the ones that we choose to entertain are the ones that determine how we feel. A guest is a visitor. It doesn't take up permanent residence, right? It just goes on its way. So why not be gracious and honor your guest's needs? Consider that every emotion is a call for attention, maybe for help, but always for love. And when you ignore the emotion, it feels unheard and unseen. And since that is your emotion, you also feel unheard and unseen. You are ignoring yourself. When you welcome your feelings and realize that they just need love, all the tension releases, and with a deep breath, you can just let them go. And with all that other stuff gone, the only thing left is love. Start with yourself, of course. And then when someone comes along who displays the same need for love, offer it if you can. And if you can't, that's okay too. Invoke the universe. Invoke the love of the universe, because it is the source of love, and there is no shortage. This can take practice. And especially if you are a person who has never experienced any kind of unconditional love in your life, it will be a learning process. And we all have to practice it anyway. Fortunately, it can be a very pleasant process. And when you stop and allow your feelings to resolve, think about how you feel. Really feel and see what happens. And that can be a little scary sometimes. You know, Chant suggests an exercise, and I want to do it here a little bit differently than he does it in the book. And it's kind of an unconditional self-love practice. Because once you start to love yourself, the rest will be much easier. So let's just take a moment, take a breath, close your eyes. And now bring your focus to your heart center and take another breath. And now quietly, silently say to yourself, I love you. Again, say, I love you. Again, I love you. I love you. Okay, now take a breath and bring yourself back. And now, how did you feel? How did that feel? Could you love yourself? Were you uncomfortable? Were you even able to say this to yourself? There's no right or wrong here. This exercise can give you information about how you love and how you relate to love. Try it when you're alone. The more uncomfortable it makes you, the more you might want to practice, because this can be shifted. It's one thing to be thrilled that you love yourself. It's okay if you can't get there yet. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. And remember, there is no one way to love yourself. There is no supposed to. And there are as many ways to love as there are people. Our book says that in love there are 3 simple invitations. Come as you are. Be as you wish. Feel it now. The universe is not asking you to be perfect. Come as you are. The right way to act is to be yourself. Toss out all of the shoulds and have tos. Do you. Be you. Feel. Let yourself feel. Here's another experiment. Right now, how do you feel? Are you cold? Are you hot? Are you happy? Are you bored? Are you confused? Whatever right now, just think a moment how you're feeling, and now resist that for a moment. Try to change it. Don't like it. Okay, how does your body feel? Now, take a breath and let it all go and just be with the feeling. How does your body feel now? And you see the difference. This is another thing that you can do, practice. How liberating did it feel to just let go and allow that feeling to flow through you? Sure, it might be scary to feel your feelings, especially because we're so trained not to. But once you get the hang of it, you will discover that feelings indeed are guests and that they move along once you give them what they need. And what they need is love. What is love? Love is the infinite energy that creates and sustains us. Love is compassion. Love is acceptance. Love is acknowledgement. Love is listening. Love is releasing. Love is knowing. Love is courage. Love is sharing. Love is laughing. Love is crying. Love is being. Love is you in all your glory. And so it is. And of course, every week we have an affirmation that goes with our chapter, and let us say this together. I pledge my allegiance to my heart. I love me. I love you. I love us. I fly free. Let's do that. I fly free. Again, I fly free. Yeah, okay. So next week, Reverend James will be back for Gratitude Sunday. Remember that pie thing. And he is going to tell us the surprising truth about gratitude, which probably just fits right in with everything we're talking about here. So the meditation will be by Reverend Janae Marth. Music is Ann Roach, Larry Shiflett, Lori Wood, and Soul Light Connection. And it's going to be, I think, Gratitude Sunday is always just a blast. So we'll see you here. And if you are wanting some prayer support, whether it is for something joyful that's happened in your life, or if you're having a challenge, our chaplains wear the white stoles, and they are happy to spend some time with you in prayer to help bolster whatever it is you've got going on. So go find them. And we also love to welcome our newcomers. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. But first, we want you to know there are many ways to become connected at the Spiritual Life Center. If you're online, you can go to our website, click on slcworld.org, and click on Connect, and you can fill out the welcome card, and the welcome card will help you get connected with us and find out what all is going on. And if you're here in person, we will be giving you a card, and you can take it out to the welcome table and get a special gift and a warm welcome. Anybody here for the first time today? Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming today. Welcome. As we say that you are not here by accident, you are here by divine appointment, and so we welcome you, and thank you for coming today. And now we have the opportunity to support Spiritual Life Center. So if you are watching us online, you can text us at SLC Love to, text SLC Love to 44321. If you would like to make a donation online, you can go to our website and click on the donate button. And of course, you could always mail in an offering if you chose to do that. And also, if you're out there in Pixel land, click on like, comment, share, subscribe, or whatever the app asks you to do, because that helps spread this message, and we believe that this is the kind of message that the world reads, especially right now. So please keep continuing to share this message. If you're with us here in person today, of course, we're going to do this. If you give by EFT, or which is our preferred way of giving, or if you are bringing your offering today, let's just hold that offering up as we say our blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
If I had $1 billion bills and could spend them as I please, if I could kill the world with just one pill, banish every disease, never felt the touch of love inside my life, never held another by my side. If I had everything and the whole world admired me, but I didn't have love, wouldn't mean anything if it was up to me. This was my land and I was king. If I didn't have love, what would I be? If I spoke 100 languages and had 4 or 5 degrees, if I could teach the children all they need to know, make the nations all agree. When I dream, I dream alone, 'cause no one cared. Never had a friend to love a dare. If I had everything and the whole world admired me, but I didn't have love, then it wouldn't mean anything if it was up to me. This was my land and I was king, but I didn't have love. What would I be? Anything for me if I had everything and the whole world admired me, but I didn't have love, then it wouldn't mean anything to me if it was up to me. This is my land and I was king. Without love, what would I be? What would I be? Everything and the world admired me, but I didn't have love.
What would I be
Oh, love is what we'd be.
if it was up to me?
Love is what we'd be.
If it was up to me.
Love is what we'd be.
William Meningfield.
Thank you, William. Okay, so we give thanks for all of the support that comes to Spiritual Life Center, and we know that those who share their offerings benefit as much as we do, because the circle of giving and receiving, just as in Paul's meditation, that infinite circle of love just continues around and around, and it is the highest form of love that we can imagine. And we also give thanks and bless the people who are putting prayers in the prayer box, because we know that before the question is even asked, the answer is here, right now. And by asking, the person is opening up to the highest and their highest potential and the highest good in their lives. And we send these to Silent Unity for another 30 days, knowing that this just increases the power and the presence and the love that surrounds each and every request, knowing that, again, the universe has a plan, and that the person is walking their path in light and love and peace and joy, knowing that they are going into their very highest energy that is possible for them at any one time. And we say, thank you, God. Amen. Let us say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Let's sing our peace song. Stay tuned for the postlude. Have a blessed week. May the joys of the world go with you.